Independent experts have discovered serious flaws in plans to begin oil production in Holderness. This is according to environmental campaigners. The group Fossil Free East Yorkshire hired KVA planning consultants to examine Rathlin Energy's plans to sink new wells at a site between Hull and Mappleton. Well, Rathlin have previously dismissed some of the claims in the report. Katie Atkinson is from KVA Planning Consultants. Katie, hello there.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
Yes, good, thanks. Hope you are. What are your main areas of concern here then?
I think predominantly that Fossil Free East Yorkshire, who commissioned me, have serious concerns regarding the actual need for this development, given that the government's aim of achieving net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2050, in light of the climate emergency, is such a big and ambitious target. Actually extracting a fossil fuel from the ground doesn't really fit with that. That aside, there are site-specific concerns that as a planner and an independent infrastructure consultant, together we have regarding transport and the impact that the increased transport associated with the proposals will have on Holderness, and also the impact that the proposal will have on the landscape and people who live in the general vicinity. So quite a few concerns, and we were asked by Fossil Free East Yorkshire to submit a report to East Riding of Yorkshire Council on their behalf, setting those out.
Rathlin, whilst they haven't spoken to us today, they previously have said that they've reduced the number of lorry movements from 25 to 10 a day, and the contribution the site will make to the UK's carbon budget, they say, is tiny.
They do, you're right. They have said that. They have said in documents that they will reduce to 10, but there is absolutely no guarantee that they will do this, given that their reports are currently talking about levels of 25 HGV movements a day, which on relatively minor roads is a significant number over the lifetime of the plan for 25 years. So the planning authority would have to actually condition it at 10. And Rathlin have, to be fair to them, said that they would lower it to 10, but all of their assessments have been done on 25. So looking at the application as a worst case scenario and absolutely correctly taking a precautionary approach to this, we have to assume it would be 25, which is actually more in line with this type of development across the country than the 10 that Rathlin have proposed.
So what happens now? Obviously, you were brought in by the group Fossil Free East Yorkshire. You've given them that report. Where do we go from here then?
So essentially, the report is now with the council. It is up to the council to consider all of the points that we've raised, from concerns about road safety and the widths of the roads and whether they're capable for that number of vehicles, to the actual pedestrians and vulnerable users that will be on the road, to the cumulative effects of having potentially two mineral extraction sites in very close proximity to each other, both operated by Rathlin, as well as the nearby wind farm and biomass plant, and any other development in the area, noise conditions, all that type of concern that we've raised. The council now have to consider and decide whether or not they agree with us. Hopefully they will. However, it might be, given that we've said that there's a significant lack of information, of detailed information provided in the report by Rathlin, they might want to go back to Rathlin and ask for more questions to provide more evidence, in which case we, as will other statutory consultees, including Natural England or the Environment Agency, for example, will have a look at that further information to see if it allays any of our concerns. Alternatively, of course, they can take it straight to a committee meeting and determine the application one way or the other.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Katie. Katie Atkinson from KVA Planning Consultants, 26 minutes past 5.